Hello everyone, I'm Tom and this is Joy.
Hello.
Welcome to part 3 of our Japan holiday. And here we are at Tokyo Haneda, flying from Tokyo to Sapporo. This was in mid-December 2025. We're watching this a month later with you. This is downtown Sapporo.
Yeah, the first thing we realised on arrival was that we were going to need better footwear.
It's very slippery, that ice. This is where we stayed at the Hotel Dormy Inn Annex. We were in the Annex section, there's a main section. I think the Annex was newer. And it snowed pretty much every day we were there. And being December, it wasn't too thick yet. I think it does get heavier in January, Sapporo. And luckily, where we stayed, they've got these undercover walkways. Like a massive walkway that's undercover, cuts through the whole town. You can also walk undercover too. Oh, this place was great, this restaurant. Very close to our accommodation. Really wholesome, comfortable Japanese food.
And the prices aren't too kind of like tourist trap prices. They're quite reasonable still.
I mean, the yen was quite weak when we were there.
That's true.
Like 100 yen to $1 Australian, so we were like living it up. We loved it. That's the Sapporo TV Tower. The main park is nearby, so you'd spend probably an hour or two there, just chilling out, enjoying the snow. Being Australians, we don't get snow here as often. Actually, we don't get snow at all in Sydney. So we're just living it up. Very pretty. Yeah, so those stairs or escalators go down into like a massive mall that's all undercover. You can walk from one end of town to the other with those undercover malls. You can actually walk from one subway station to the next undercover. At the Christmas markets that day. They must have been preparing for something this choir.
Yeah, it seemed more like a sound check than a performance.
Yeah. Not too crowded, actually, at that time.
That's because people come once the lights are on.
Yes, even then it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I thought the snow was fairly heavy. I don't know. I'm not a snow expert, obviously. Felt reasonably heavy. Now, after we got good footwear from the nearby shoe store, we were able to traipse around a bit easier. I'm proud to say I did not slip over once that week.
I had many close calls, but I also didn't fall over.
Yes, I too had many close calls. Much to the amusement of our children.
Yeah, I certainly lost my balance multiple times, but didn't actually stack it.
This was quite pretty with the lights. I think that's a fountain that normally operates in the better months. Warmer weather. Oh,
these were
goodness.
amazing. And the thing is, you can smell them from about, 20 stores away. So.
I can smell them now. They were so good. I wish I got more.
And it's like made with like Hokkaido milk, I think.
Yum. Yeah, I don't know how people drive in the snow like that, honestly.
I could barely walk in the snow. This was our breakfast every morning. I basically chose our hotel based on this breakfast, I think.
Joy is very good at choosing accommodation, let me just say, and she did very well on this occasion. Breakfast was superb.
The Dormy Inn chain of hotels is known for this. They have like breakfast and, usually like onsen and all that, so that's what they're known for.
Yeah, I could have stayed there for hours.
And ramen.
Oh yes, ramen at night. Yes. It's just so cute. So well presented, like all things Japanese. When you're there, you kind of feel like you have to blend in and be neat and tidy as well. You don't want to stick out. Oh, I love this. This is a rice machine. Small, medium, large. That was a highlight for me. Oh, cut salmon, roe, tuna, kingfish.
Yeah, so
Yum.
I made myself a bowl every morning for breakfast.
I miss this. So good.
You'll note each dish has its own, like, serving utensil.
Very hygienic.
I feel like, you know, back home there'd be one for everything here, and then you just have to. There'll be like little bits of all the other dishes.
Yeah, the staff are always on hand to clean up if needed. Not that there was much of a mess anyway.
No, I'm trying really hard to be neat.
I can see that. Oh, that was it puree? That pudding? That was good.
The one
Brulee?
in between
Yeah.
might, yeah.
The little jar.
And these
Scallops,
scallops were
oh my goodness.
freshly grilled.
Hokkaido scallops. Goodness, that was so good.
I was obsessed with those mushrooms.
Cut them so well, the little squares of ham. Oh, this was nice too, this fried pork thing. Ebi, yum. Even their fried foods felt healthy. That was me. My haul for that day. Day like 2 of 5 we were there. Oh, I love lotus root. You can see it in the top right corner. Fried chicken. Yum. Fried chicken for breakfast. Why not?
I mean, we're going to be walking around a lot, so.
True. It's actually hard work walking in the snow. A bit more effort. Oh. Condiments. Imagine washing all that.
Yeah. Side dishes.
What's this soup?
Yeah, so this changed every day, the miso soup. Like, as you can see today, it actually had pork in it. It didn't always have pork, because I was just trying to grab like a whole bunch of the carrot, and then I ended up, as you can see, with a whole bunch of meat.
That miso soup is next level. It's like filled to the brim with protein. Coffee. Gotta have coffee.
For me, it was the green tea.
I don't know why American coffee was separate.
Here's my green tea. Yeah, look at that.
Ocha. Oh,
I could get used to eating that every day.
oh man, that looks so good.
Yep.
Alright.
Now, you did have to go early, though, because otherwise you'd have to wait for breakfast. So
True.
I didn't have any trouble waking up for that
No,
breakfast.
definitely not. So this was our quest for the day, walking to the Sapporo Beer Museum. Or Beer Garden, I think it's called.
You can catch public transport there, but we wanted to walk so that we can see the sights.
It was about half an hour walk, I think, from memory, from our hotel. It was safe enough. The snow wasn't too heavy. And there was a shopping centre midway you could stop and snack up. That's the Sapporo factory, I think the old factory. So we weren't quite there yet, but this is halfway in this shopping centre. Very pretty. The aesthetic in Japan is just amazing. So you're about to see into shot the lift. Once we walk through this pathway. Very Christmassy. Who says Asia doesn't do Christmas?
Well, I think Sapporo is known for its Christmas decorations.
Speaking of Sapporo, there's a Sapporo beer can going up in the lift. Okay, so this is outside now. You can tell we're tourists from a warm country. Just random tourists just enjoying a park in the cold. Nakayama. Now, disclaimer, we didn't make this snowman. or snow person that we decorated them. Very pretty in the snow.
This was someone famous, like their house or something. It's like a historical attraction.
Mm-hmm. Something about a wooden building with snow on it. Okay, so here we are. We're on campus. I'm pretty sure they sponsored that baseball team, Sapporo. Here we are at the beer garden. We could learn about the history of Sapporo, the beer. I think it's worth coming. You can bring kids along, no problem.
It's free.
Yeah. It's free. You can taste beer too, like, obviously. Oh yes, the stamp.
The tasting is at the end, and obviously you've got to pay for that because if there's children involved, you don't want them tasting beer. It's not like they hand out free beer.
No, definitely not. That's my effort. It's a bit weak. This is our son. Yeah, it's much better. So this is the history of Sapporo and how it was brought back from Germany.
He basically had the idea and then built it within like 2 years, which is really impressive. Like, I feel like nothing gets done in this country within 2 years.
And internationally recognised too as being a decent beer.
I think my favourite part was looking at how the advertising changed over the years. Like how, you know, ideal beauty standards change.
I like how the logo changed too over time. I must admit, if I do go for a beer, I wouldn't mind a Sapporo beer. Not as common as Asahi. That seems to be more prevalent. Here's your advertising. Over the decades of the 20th century. More modern times. I'm sure there was a time when beer was touted as a tonic in the 20th century. Here's the garden, you can buy beer obviously. And then back to the shopping centre on the way back. We walked back as well. We had to try some Western food just to see what it was like. Back home.
That was an Italian chain. Yeah, I think it was a jug of wine for $4. I think.
That's right. House wine. Yeah, it was a fun day. It's nice when it's not too cold. It's still walkable. I was thinking about going in December. It's still quite pleasant. All right, well, thank you for watching, everyone. We shall see you in part 4, the finale, so stay tuned.